continue our series where we are speaking with the authors of Born to Bloom. And joining me right now is Advocate Meera Sanzgiri. She is practicing at the family court and she's an experienced mediator. Let's welcome Meera ji to this show. Meera, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
So, when you got the invitation to write a chapter in the book Born to Bloom, first, what were your thoughts? Second, how were you able to, narrow down that this is my story, this is what I would like to share? Please tell our audience.
Well, the first thought that came to my mind when I had to write a book was that I wanted to write as a tribute towards my father. He's been my guide, philosopher, he's my father, and he's also my teacher. So the only thought that came to my mind was, how do I put into small words as to how am I going to describe him? So this book comes as a tribute to him, and it is written in a very simple language. It talks about 6 mantras that are required for all the professionals. 6 mantras which are simplicity, sincerity, integrity, work with integrity, mindfulness, be mindful as to what you do. P is purpose, have a purpose in life, work with passion. Listening skills are very important, and work with enthusiasm and energy.
So, these words are so good to listen to, and you get that feeling that sab acha hai, sab changa si. But we all know that life is not simple. How easy or how difficult is it to implement this into your daily life? And once done, how easy does life become?
Actually, it's extremely simple. I don't think it is difficult. When I'd asked my father this question as to what is required to be a good professional, he said, don't worry of being a good professional. First, be a perfect person. Be a simple person. So I don't think these virtues are absolutely simple, which will make your life enriched and which will become very, very easy for you to live happily and content. This is what I feel.
Wonderful. So now, over the years or over the decades, probably even generations, your father was from a different generation, we are in a different generation, and our children are a different generation. When we try and tell them what my father told me or one generation before to my current generation, the new generation, they say, humko ye sab gyan mat do, don't tell us all these things. Our times are different, your time was different. Do you feel that children nowadays will be able to follow these simple principles, or the life itself has become so difficult that, how do we practically implement these things into our life?
This is an excellent question. And seriously, this is the topic that I spoke in the morning with one of my clients. Let me tell you, being relevant is very important. Giving examples of your seniors or giving examples of our times to our younger generation is not going to help. We have to be relevant. The examples that we are going to give them are the today, day-to-day examples. But what remains are the virtues always remains. If that was not the case, Mahabharata wouldn't have been relevant even now.
Exactly.
Yeah, so relevancy always remains. You have to be relevant, and that's what is going to make the difference. The virtues that I'm talking about, the simplicity, the sincerity, the integrity, mindfulness, these are the virtues which are never going to die. These virtues should always be applied by everybody, irrespective whether you are of Gen Z or maybe millennium age or whatever, It applies at every stage of life.
So, in our introduction, we also introduced as an experienced mediator. During mediation, how do these things, work, and how are you able to get two people across the table and then make them understand or mediate? Does simple actually become simple over there, or it becomes a little complicated?
Of course it becomes simple, because they are just taught to be what they are. Don't act. Don't pretend. Just say what you feel. Be simple. In the sense, be sincere as to when you are coming for a mediation. Be sincere. Give your sincere efforts. Have the patience to listen to them. Listening skills come healthy only when we are going to listen to them. Both the parties, when there is mediation, the problem is there is no listening happening between the couple. That's what I do. I make them talk. I make them listen to each other. And when all these 6 mantras are used by them, I think the results are fantastic. Trust me.
So simple literally makes it easy. Now, you are a profession which is a bit technical. I would say largely technical. A lot of jargon is used, a lot of legal terminology is used. And here we are talking about simplicity. So, how easy is it to switch over in your profession? Like when you are at work, you are in the legal profession, you're using a lot of terminology, a lot of jargon, a lot of legal language, and here we are talking about making life simple. How easy is it to switch between these two modes, or you feel no, even in legal I can actually make things simple?
So let me tell you in a simple way. Law is nothing but being extremely logical, and you have to have immense common sense. If you're logical and you have common sense, you will be a good lawyer. The only thing what is required and what is taught in law is using the terminology, which is legal terminology, which is defined by the right people using the right words. So using the right words in the right proportion, in the right way is what law teaches you. Again, that makes it simpler, isn't it? So you are making a complex problem, you are making it simpler and trying to solve it.
So, after the success of this book, after your chapter came out, we've been speaking and reaching out to all the authors, and we are taking their reactions. What are some of the reactions which you have got? You may have gifted your book to someone to read, or told them, I've written this. Any reactions which you have got from near and dear friends, family, or even on social media?
Firstly, yes. I mean, they have liked the book. They have liked the way it has been printed. So let me firstly say that. Also, they have liked what I've written because it's reached their hearts. And when I've received this kind of reactions from my juniors or from my colleagues, and at times even from one of my seniors, that has given me a motivation to write one more book. Well, that is something which I feel this compliment is very important for me and encouraging too.
Yeah. So again, as a person who is in the legal fraternity, who is in the family court business, you must be having a lot of experiences of helping your clients, or so many different stories from different people coming from different walks of life, but still you chose to share this simple architecture of your the one taught to you by father. My question to you is, would you have thought that let me share the story of my client, how their life became better after fighting this case, or legal, would a legal story have been better, or you think this was the right way to start?
I think this is the right way to start. I think the legal stories will follow later. Also, there was a session where I have also conducted sessions where I would do legal story showing. That is, as you said, a story which has been presented or maybe told in a little more humorous way or making it more interesting. So that is a legal showing aspect of it. But here, I did not want to touch that aspect. I wanted to touch how you would be handling a legal case in a simple way, and in a way where you're going to get you're going to get good results as a good person also. So that's why I chose this.
Legal story showing. We were taught between storytelling and story showing, and now here legal story showing. Actually talking about a legal case, about real life experiences. That will be a real bestseller if and when she decides to write this book. Any closing thoughts for us, Meera?
Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I hope the book that I've written helps some and helps everybody to lead a simple life, because I think these mantras are going to be forever and they should always be used by everybody. It makes lives easier.
The message Meera is giving us is life is simple. We've unnecessarily complicated it. Thank you for joining in, and thank you everybody for watching. Let's continue our